Yes, welcome ladies and gentlemen to Tales of Heroes number 25. This video replay review is of the Battletest mod. That's right, the GameReplays.org Battletest mod, and it's a 4v4, the first 4v4 we've ever done here on Tales of Heroes. You can find it at our website, tales.tsncentral.com, tales.tsncentral.com. And with me, as always, is my venerable co-host, Vittensby. Welcome to the program.
Great to be here as always. I think you've used that introduction before, so...
Valorous.
Valorous. Okay, that's a new one. Cool. And we also got Hero here as well as the first guest shoutcaster since I think week 1 or 2 when the Mystic was on.
That's right.
Hey,
welcome
guys.
to the program, Hero.
Yeah, good to be here.
All right, so Hero is actually one of the major project leader, I guess you could say, on the Battletest mod, and so he's going to give us some insight onto the different things. We might see, a Tiger Ace here. I actually haven't played the single-player mission yet with the Black Tiger Ace, so I'm kind of interested in seeing that. And so we've got Montargis here also as a new first for the show. We haven't done a 4v4 yet, so I figured, we did a really good, 1v1 earlier on Bo Lowlands for this week. So I figured we could get away with doing, just a general 4v4 with players that aren't necessarily super great or whatever, because this is supposed to show off the Battletest mod and not necessarily players' skill in this case. So let's see how the game goes. We're at the 10-second mark, just for anybody who is curious, and let's go do a quick rundown of the map. This actually looks to be an annihilation game, as I look at it. It's not that long as far as I can tell based on the replay size, though, so we don't have to worry about that. Normally there'd be a victory point down here, one up here, one down here, one up here, and one up here. But in this case, the resources are going to be what's important. On the far right side, we've got lots of munitions. We've got fuel along the bases, and 2 +5 fuels in the middle, which don't seem like a lot or very important, but they really are, because if you control those, that's plus 40 munitions for plus 40 fuel for your side. It's plus 10 for each person. So that's going to be very important. So you got the left side here, which is going to be important. The middle is going to be important, and the right side is going to be the main battlefields that you're going to see. So, Vittensby, any last comments before we get this started?
Yeah, just general strategy talk. I think, as you can see, that the 4 players are divided kind of into 2 separate camps, and as far as allies go, usually a weapon support center and barracks for each of the 2 camps is a good opening. You want to kind of, one player should usually kind of engineer spam and try to OP stuff, and the other player should just try to aggressively hold off the opponent and delay them. Usually I like one player on the team to kind of super fast tech up to tanks or quads or motor pool, and usually the fuel in the center is probably the most important resource, but perhaps in the Battletest mod the munitions might be more important, so that key location on the right side is also pretty important as well. It's kind of interesting. I don't think I've ever played Annihilation on this particular map, but as far as Axis goes, usually, again, kind of a hardcore engineer OP build going from one person, Volks from another, MGs, snipers from another, and then usually the person that does all the pioneer spam will skip the Wehrmacht and just fast tech up to, say, Pumas or something like that, and that usually works out the best. A lot of wire, and we'll see how this one plays out, but that's kind of my general comments on how I like to play this map with my friends.
Alrighty, so here we go at the 10-second mark, starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, unpause, and we'll see how the Axis player fares here. We've got Cable Binder and Ace for sure, as well as BT Allies Hacks to Hem Axe and Eternal Allies Hacks to Hamex? I don't know. And then, as you can see, give us a quick rundown of the guys over on the Allied side, whoever's over there.
Well, we have, I believe, BT Shagulon, Agent 1 Red EC, Agent 1 Blue EC, and CWO for Evil EC. So it looks like at least this team is a bunch of friends, and you might call it a pre-made, I suppose.
Yeah.
And they're just discussing just general strategies about one says armor, another says weapon support center. So we'll see what their thoughts are. I think everyone looks like, except for one player, is going weapon support center on this side, which can be quite decent on this map as long as you can fend off sniper harassment.
The Axis player,
Yeah.
Axis hacks to Max. I guess that's supposed to be Axis hacks to the max or something. But, yeah, that is what that says, but he's got it weirdly. But he's actually putting some good wire down to prevent his opponent from getting in here. And if he can get some more wire down, like right here, he's going to be, you know, a long way towards... he is getting that right now. His opponents probably aren't going to be able to stop it.
Yeah, in my opinion, that's probably not the best place to be wiring. Just look how many entrances. The gateway that's above is usually the best, but you can sneak into those metal buildings kind of by the strap point and just go in from one side and pop out the other. So wiring in the center I used to think was really effective, but I don't think it's that effective. Perhaps that's why this player is deciding to wire off where he is, but either way, I think the map was balanced so that wire isn't really kind of imba in the center.
Yeah, it's definitely good to have there, but obviously the Allies putting their engineers in those buildings is probably one of the best things they could do. They've got so many places to fire out of. They can take advantage of the fact that there's 3 members of each engineer squad there. And they actually killed one Pioneer squad already, and here comes a Weapon Support Center heavy machine gun team to put inside the guardhouse. A great place to put it, and it makes it in just as it gets suppressed by the MG42 there.
That's a pretty good building.
No, they got it.
location.
Yeah. As you can see on the top munitions point, the high point munitions at the top part of the map, you can see a couple of Pioneers going there, sneaking into that main warehouse, and trying to fend off these, you know, engineers that are trying to take these high munition points at the top.
Also, we have a bike, which is rather... It's good for a little bit of early harassment, but at this point in the game, I don't know if... I'm pretty sure that was the second unit that had popped down. As you can see, it's just sitting there in the center, kind of not really doing anything. I mean, it's
Except
not
getting killed by a heavy machine gun.
Yeah, it's not going to penetrate the buildings.
Yeah.
Once you can get a weapon support center lock in the center with mortars, snipers, MGs, it's pretty hard for Axis to flush it out. So we'll see how Axis can pull out of this, but they're still holding on to their to the one fuel. So, but it doesn't look like it's linked. Oh no, actually that's the Allies. The Allies haven't linked their fuel yet.
Yeah, there goes the bike.
Yeah,
And,
bike's been taken down. Now, I think this guardhouse is like wood or sheet metal or something, whereas this house over here is looks like a brick texture, so I'm assuming that that's a heavier house, and it does look like that's bearing out, as that Allied heavy machine gun is getting obliterated compared to,
It's a veteran.
It's a veteran,
as
too.
well.
Losing that is going to be definitely bad for the Allies. Oh, he gets out of the building with a minuscule amount of health left, but is it going to be killed? No. Wow, very, very close there. But the the Axis do now have a chance to push forward a little bit.
Yeah.
We have some sniper MG versus Volks on the left side.
Ooh,
And
the
the
sniper got... You don't want to do that with your sniper. It needs to keep...
We also have a forward HQ. They OP'd the +5 fuel there. You can probably look on the tactical map to see which one I'm talking about. It's on the left side. And they're building a forward HQ right next to it. This map is actually pretty decent for forward HQs, especially in that particular building, because it's not very easily harassed and taken
Look up
down.
top. Look up top right now. There's some rifle versus Volk action by the +10 munitions point in the trees. They're fighting in the trees.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems Allies are getting. It seems like Allies are getting a pretty solid control over on the munitions on the right, and that was pretty key back in before the Calliope change in 1.5, where barrages used to actually cost munitions. That was something that most people would go armor on this map because, well, that's what you needed to really deal with Tigers, that and airborne. I don't really see this map being too great as an infantry map, although there isn't a lot of fuel. Yeah, it's not really an infantry company map. I mean, howitzers can be nice, but I don't know. It's a pretty big map.
All right, so looking at the tactical situation now, the Allies control the middle, and they control the fuel in the middle and the munitions on the far side here. It looks like the Axis do have a good push on the left, but they're going to need a lot of help here. Now we've got a sniper in the middle. Let's see if that's going to be effective. As far as taking out those machine guns and stuff. Uh-oh. Observation post going up in the middle. That's going to be bad for the Axis trying to take that back.
Right.
Yeah, Allies have
going to be a push on the top side by that munitions point by Pioneers, and I don't know what that Volk squad and sniper is doing, but hopefully they take the heavy munitions point at the top.
Yeah, it seems like Allies have gotten a pretty solid hold on this map right now. They pretty much
I believe that was a counter
control...
snipe. Sniper got counter sniped there in the middle, unfortunately.
Ouch. Yeah, they pretty much have, Allies have all the key points in the map, the far right and the center under their control. The only thing that's really being contested is the far left at this point, and if they can make a breakthrough there, Axis might be able to turn this around on the flanks.
And it looks like they are. Look at this. They had all those units suppressed, charging in the Volks to do major damage.
Right, those Volks with MP40s just cleaning house over there on the
Yeah.
left. There's a mortar team that's going to go down to that too.
He's going to have to retreat it.
Just charge in a little bit.
Yeah, he just needs to get up.
He's got to get his machine
pick up
gun
the
farther
flank.
up. I mean, he pushed so far up. If he'd just been pushing his machine gun with that, he could have suppressed him again. He's going to try and pull him into the machine gun here. Which might be okay.
Both of the Allied players on the left side have their supply yard out. Not sure if they're going for tanks. At this point, it does look like they have enough fuel. They have about 100 fuel for a tank depot and 46 income, which is pretty much good enough to get a Sherman every 2 minutes, I would say.
Right, by the top munitions point, now we can see the Axis player pushing up with Volks and Pioneers trying to take that point desperately, and then fighting back the riflemen that are coming down the railway track.
It looks like the Axis are now in a position to take the munitions away. They've got a lot of guys over there, and I don't see any more allies to defend it.
Yeah, it seems like the Allies' plan was to secure the fuel in the center, and most of the players, I believe, sent their units there. I think they were pretty lucky to secure the flanks as well. Maybe the Axis weren't playing as aggressive as they should have, but it seems the flanks have completely kind of crumbled for the Allies at this point. Axis just needs to capitalize that and push.
And how about he needs to cut this barbed wire over the left so he can push his machine gun up, because that's not a good position for it.
Oh yeah, he built sandbags in front of it, but I would definitely suggest a more aggressive action right now. But as you can see, there's a rifle, maybe 2 rifle squads over there playing around behind that fence.
Yeah.
Hopefully the guy notices it.
Well, the main thing is he's not going to be able to retreat his Volks if he needs to, because that wire's in the way.
Here comes the Flammenwerfer in the middle.
Yeah, the Flammenwerfer in the center. It's really a good idea to take your MGs out of the buildings once you secure the center, because of early Flammenwerfers, which on this map it's quite easy to tech up to tier 2 and get one out. It doesn't take that much time. As we can see, it's only 8-9 minutes into the game. AP rounds just absolutely devastate that, and that was a big mistake to not do that. But it looks like we do have an MG that's out of the building right now, so we'll see how that works out.
Right.
The thing that's disturbing right now is Allies have 3 squads of engineers, 1 flamer, just to the left of that MG that won in the building, and they were just kind of sitting there idling. That's a lot of capping power right there. Good mortar uses. This is definitely a good mortar map, especially once MGs kind of solidify. There's so many different blocks, such as walls and buildings, that mortars with their extended range, with their range, can pretty much, with a bite combo, kind of like you're seeing right now, can really put a hurt on static defensive positions.
Yeah, wow, very nice job so far by the Axis countering this. I guess the Allies just were unprepared for that Flammenwerfer. I believe Flammenwerfer requires tier 3 now, right?
Oh, we have an M10.
In the Battletest mod?
Yeah. But now the M10 is going to take that out. But it misses.
We do have Grenadiers here to try and defend it, but I don't think it's going to be in time. That Flammenwerfer's in big trouble. The M10's basically as fast as a Flammenwerfer, so I don't think that's going to get away. There it goes. One shot.
Yeah. Look, Bridger, the Pioneers just got run over.
Arrgh! Yeah. Not cool.
You sure you weren't playing this game?
Okay, what to point out over here is, if you look at the top munitions point, it's completely under Axis control right now, and it looks like he's taking stormtroopers and just busting open the gate as much as he can. He's also
because there's actually a piece of sandbag in there, so he can't get anybody else in there.
Right, he's also building sandbags and laying mines and barbed wire. He's really locking down that pretty tight. But the rifleman squad, there's 2 rifles that snuck through the defenses, and it's basically decapping on the right side to cut off the supply completely.
And
Well, now the Axis, oh man, are getting mortared to death in the middle there. He's losing all his Grenadier squads. He's going to have to pull it back. He really needs those to take out the M10 right now. As long as the M10 doesn't run them over.
Well, it looks like we have 2 Blitz players as far as I can see. Is that what you guys see as well?
Yeah, I've got a Blitz on on here. Ooh, he did get the M10, managed to take it out with an upgraded Puma, which actually is available in Tier 3. That's one of the changes they made, but it's more expensive than previously. I think it's 90 munitions instead of 75.
Right.
That's right. Now you see the camo flak moving up the middle with Grenadiers also securing the location. And let's see what the Axis are doing in their tiers. It looks like Storm Armories on two fronts.
Yeah, Allies seem to have teched up, and unfortunately, as they teched up and got out their tank depots and motor pool on the left side, which I think was actually a pretty poor choice, to be honest. We do have a first squad of Rangers on the field, so we do have an infantry company player here. I think as they teched up...
grenade! Oh, man. Still effective. I mean, we've lowered the damage on the grenades, but I'm glad to see that they're still pretty effective. How many dead bodies there? At least 3 got killed by that grenade.
4.
4?
That's definitely more than 4. Look down there, dude.
Yeah, there's 4 bodies, but I don't know if they all got killed by the grenade. I think a couple of them were killed by actual small arms fire.
We have a Croc coming in the center, which, if it's microed well, put some hurt on... Oh, no, that Croc's gone.
No, the camoed ATs just ripped it to pieces. Sorry, camoed Panzerschreck STs, Stormtroopers.
That was just a careless use of the Croc. I mean, you know, that's like a 1.4 use of the Croc. It's just going to run in there. All the Shreks are going to miss. I mean, I don't know. But we do have some tank traps going up on the left-hand side, which in an Annihilation game, I guess, is okay to hold on to your position. The infantry company's player is building it with riflemen, so he is taking advantage of that. I guess he's at 4 points because he also has a squad of Rangers. So we'll see. Yeah. We'll see how this all works out. It looks like
check out that the M10 over there.
Right, yeah, the M10's taking out trying to take out the Puma here.
It's pushing back the Pumas. Trying to retake that point and restore.
Well, basically, the Axis have control of these munitions points, but they don't have it connected. So that's what they're trying to do right now, is connect it, but they can't right now because the Allies have been so successful in just owning this fuel point on the right-hand side. And, you know, unfortunately, I mean, we've got a machine gun and some stormtroopers over here that are sitting here doing nothing because they're trying to defend this point, but that's not the point being attacked right now.
Right, but it's alright because he got a Stug that's rolling onto the field to combat that M10. And he also have...
oh no, that Puma's in trouble. Wow, nice! Did he one-shot the... No, that must have been damaged already.
There's 2 AT guns there.
Oh, that's right, okay.
Yeah, that's... I don't...
remember what they...
I know the Puma's upgraded gun is powerful, but I didn't think it was that powerful.
Battletest, one of the changes that we made was increased the surprise attack for the camo AT gun. So what happens is, as soon as the AT gun opens its first shot, it actually does 50% more damage than it normally does.
Now, that was increased anyway, but what was it increased to in default? 1.5?
It was like it was 1.3 in vanilla. We increased it by a little bit, so it's 1.5. So it's a little bit more devastating when it first opens shot.
I guess that sort of makes sense, only because, you know, it costs a bit more than the Allied AT gun. I just don't... I see nerfs across the board to Allied armor and buffs across the board to Axis anti-tank stuff. I just get worried that the Allied armor is not going to be very useful in the future.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, people look at it like that, but when it comes down to it, it's not really a nerf to the
nice mortar shot.
Oh, are you looking at the thing on the left?
Yeah.
You got mortars over there bombing.
Oh, man! 3 MP-40 Volk squads just charged in and just annihilated. I think there was a Ranger squad there and an AT gun. And just got... wow.
And that is why the strafing run is overpowered. No, someone really needed to go to the right side of the airborne tree for this one. I mean, that's a perfect lined-up strafing run. You could get 3 or 4 EXP points worth of, command points worth of EXP. Just one strafing run right now.
On the entire left side, I don't know why nobody went airborne for this one. I mean, I personally like to save my command points before getting anything. I want to see what the enemy does, and this is a perfect position for a strafing run.
It seems that Allies had a better opener, but Axis has better teamwork as far as what I've seen with the players so far. But the Allies had that early advantage, so they're coming out with more armor. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like they're actually able to gain any ground because of the Tier 2 spam that came out pretty early, and now we're going to have some Tier 3 action going on. But I think it's still anyone's game, although it's... yeah, the Allies really need to rally and start playing as a team.
Yeah,
that mortar
One more mortar is going to own the hell out of all those Volks. No, it's not going to get it off. It's going to try.
What's surprising is...
Oh, it did get one, but they're moving.
He got one blast, but what's surprising as well, we were checking out the action over here. We're completely missing the right side of the map. How Allies managed to take it back completely.
Yeah, they've taken back all the munitions points up there. And we've got a Puma in trouble, but it's supported by 2 Stugs, so it's okay. Stormtroopers as well. There's at least 2. I think there might even be 3 Blitz users here.
When you get an early advantage on the munitions on the right, the best thing to hold your ground is mines, of all things. I mean, units can do only so much, but if you can, spam, say, 100 or 200 munitions worth of mines from one player, or 2 players 100 munitions or something like that, that's quite a bit of mines, and not only does that buy you time, but more importantly, it can kill units as well.
Yeah, check out the left side of the map. You see the AT gun? The AT gun on the left side is not really sniping as well as it used to, so that's a good thing that we changed in Battletest.
There you go.
But now you can see the Croc. You can see the Croc over there harassing a little bit on the right and pushing back those infantry. You have a huge amount of infantry there. It's perfect for airborne strafing. Too bad we don't have any.
Yeah, this is an excellent map for airborne. Oops, sorry. Telephone. Anyways,
well, actually, there is airborne. Look at it. There's airborne in the middle. There's
yeah, I see airborne.
There. Well, I guess someone waited and actually built up the command points. Now we can see some interesting strafing runs, huh?
Well, they might have gone the left side of the tree instead of the right, and so now they're...
Seems like we're going to have a howitzer going off. The player that I'm on is dropping it somewhere. I think it's on the left. Yeah, it's on the left, far left.
There it is. Oh, wow! Did we just lose an entire squad there on the left? I see dead bodies, but I don't see where the squad was. Yeah, there's only... wow. Is there no of those Volks Grenadiers left? I don't see any of the Volk squads. There were 3 full Volk squads. There's only 2 back at his base. I think we just lost one to that howitzer shot. Those come down a lot faster in Battletest, don't they? Or not a lot faster, but a little bit faster.
No, that was a change made in 1.9.
Oh, that's 1.09. Okay.
Right here, the Storm player, the Blitz player, just called in a Still 42 with Stormtroopers on the bottom. So
yeah,
we're gonna see how that's gonna impact the game. Right now, it's just infantry running rampage in the middle of the map.
How the hell did those guys shoot up there? Never mind. I'm not even gonna try. So they made a decent push into the middle. And they were starting to take the fuel back a little bit, but there was a lot of reinforcements that sort of came from the left side, I think, or somewhere. I don't know where they came from. Oh, man, crosshatch machine guns. This is not good for the player on the left, either. The Ranger player is having trouble here. Snipers to back it all up.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh! This could very well be an off-map howitzer barrage. Boom! Oh man, I think that Stug got, maybe not half damage, but almost half damage. I think it must have been already damaged. Did that... Nope, Sniper got out of the way in time. That's one of the reasons that you buffed it, because you could hear it and you could see it a lot longer before it came in. So you made it a little easier.
Artillery is gonna be definitely more feared, and if you just are too slow to react, then you're gonna hit in the face. That's obvious.
Alright, so Axis pushing back to take the right-hand side now. Axis are in pretty strong control of this game at this point. They've got the middle, and they're retaking the right, and the last push to the middle really sort of failed.
Yeah.
Still haven't seen a lot of Oh, wow, we actually have a croc in the middle that I think must have killed that Pioneer squad before it could finish building the thing. We've got a Sherman here, too. Probably not the best idea to lead against tanks with your croc. But time to back up. I don't think the people inside are going to be cooking right now. There you go. And he backs up through everything. Not bad.
Yeah.
And tanks coming in. Oh, Pershing on the left-hand side, covered by 2 Shermans. So this is the kind of thing that we needed. Unfortunately, there's a Panther that they're trying to counter it. No veterancy on the Panther, but the Stug has 2 levels of veterancy. They really need to get one of those tanks around behind the Panther. Pershing works.
Oh yeah, as you can see, that the Stug versus the Pershing. The thing about that is, the Stug just doesn't do anything against the Persian. That's what's changed in the vanilla 1.5.
And here's the advantage that the Allies had for holding that munitions at the beginning, probably, is they've got enough now for crew repair vehicles. We actually have 2 Pershings over here. This is actually a fairly intelligent use of a counterattack, I should think, because you don't want to just stream units in, but they waited until they had enough. And now, let me see, they've got everybody working together, unless this is all one guy. This is all one guy was powering up on the left, and another guy's helping out with ranger squads. So it's the armor and the infantry companies working together here. Yeah. Oh no, the Tiger came out of nowhere and takes out one of the Shermans. I don't actually see the other Sherman. Must have lost here. 2 Stugs, but I don't see the Panther. I think we lost the Panther in here as well at some point. The Rangers are trying to take the Tiger on head on. That's not a good idea.
Oh yeah. There's a whole bunch of stuff now. You gotta.
Oh wow! I can't look at that. The wreck is being repaired. The Pershing that died is being repaired somehow.
See that Persian tank with veterancy? And check out that Tiger Ace while he wreaks havoc.
Oh, that is the Tiger Ace. That's why it looks different. It is black and awesome.
And he is Tiger Ace. He is just one badass. He's blowing up infantry left and right.
No, but it took a little bit too long to get that infantry call in.
I know. Right
there. He really needs some engineers to help repair that, but that was, I think, a very good push. Because you never want to push with, right now, ASAP, especially in, like, in an Annihilation game when you have the chance. Oh, man, there goes the other Pershing, though. Triple veterancy Stugs. Took out a Sherman there, as well as Stormtroopers with, I think that's 2 Panzer Shreks.
The one thing to keep in mind about the Tiger Ace is that, here comes, the thing about the Tiger Ace is it's extremely strong and against enemy armor, but you have to have AT guns as backup in order to, have an attempt to take out the Tiger Ace. And what the infantry doctrine did, the infantry user, what he did was try to send in, Rangers to attack from the front, and that just doesn't do anything.
Yeah, definitely. Because the AT guns are going to be the only reliable way to punch through the front of that Tiger Ace's armor for the most part.
Yeah. So what you need to do is you need to flank with the Rangers from the back while having an AT gun in your tanks pushing from the front. That way, and of course it helps if you sticky the Ace to, that way you slow him down, and yeah, it's great.
It's too late. They have full vet. This is true. They do have full veterancy on the Stugs over here on the right. And those are really mean machines once you get. I mean, they still don't do that much damage, but they just take a lot longer to kill. You got the front armor that's buffed as well as the side armor that just get,
Right. You also have to look at this guy in a, part of the middle of the map. There's also like flak panzers with, mass amount of Volks. And Panzers, not Panzers, Panthers with
I don't see any flak panzers.
Oh, the flak panzer is it's on the southern part of the map. Should be coming along. The Tiger Ace is still intact, so.
There's a regular Tiger to see the comparison in skins. There's a flak panzer. I see it now. And there's the Tiger Ace. Rangers pushing along on the left here. Not going to do much.
Yeah, right now Axis just has too much armor in the field because they've controlled their territory very well.
And here comes a lot of infantry going, we're going to try and take out this armor.
Yeah.
Alright, sorry, that was the, that was the call from Fritz. He said he's fixed the phone line and Vittensby can talk to us again. Welcome back.
Yeah, except no one notices for 8 minutes that I'm gone. Ugh, whatever.
I had him working on it, okay? You don't know. Alright, so... In the middle here, we've got an interesting situation with Volk's Grenadiers with their upgraded LMG 42s, and actually that was cheaper in the older version, in 1.08, the version that we're watching right now. LMG 42 was lowered to 50 munitions, and you raised it back to 75. Why was that?
Right. I raised it back to 75. Because,
75, sorry.
Right. I raised it back to 75, like they were in vanilla, but I made sure they were worth their cost, which is 75. Munitions. What I did was actually increase their damage a little bit and then tweaked with their suppressing rate, so they're well worth the 75 munitions now, but their initial impact, their initial cost is going to be a little bit more, so you can't get them as early.
Alright, so we got two Panthers here. One is going to shoot into the back of the turret of the other one. The gunner there is going to get his head blown off by a shell. That's going to be hurting. But a Tiger with a double veterancy Tiger and a Tiger Ace in here, plus an LMG 42 ready to suppress all this infantry. This is going to be fun to watch. Let us begin. We are at 25:57, starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, unpause. Old tactic no longer work, he said.
Yep.
We'll see what those two Pershings can do on the left side, but it really doesn't look like much. Against two Panthers with level 2 veterancy, that should be able to fight off... But one of those Pershings does have...
Oh no, is this a firestorm? It is! They're retreating through a firestorm up there. Is one of the Pershings not shooting the other one in the back somehow?
Well, I don't know why the Persians are aiming at the half-track instead of... Oh, there goes that veterancy Persian.
That's not good. Allied War Machine was enabled, though.
Yeah,
Did you do any changes to Allied War Machine? It was it lasts a shorter amount of time, I think.
Yeah, it lasts a shorter amount of time. And right now you can see this Tiger, Ace, and Panther just hammering on this poor guy.
No! Oh, well, now I guess it's ended, but if Allied War Machine, he should have charged in and be like, kill me!
Yeah. Now main gun's destroyed.
Out of control.
And it's done.
But I believe he got the other Pershing with Allied War Machine enabled, right?
Yeah. See, if I was the Allies, if I was the Axis right now, I'd just take all my tanks, all my infantry, and run them up the middle and see what happens. Kind of like what the guy's doing on the right side of the map.
Well, now we've got an Allied HQ over here.
We do have it looks like a bombing run going on the left side, or actually, is that a bombing run and a howitzer, or is it just a howitzer? I think there's two howitzers.
I saw a plane fly off the map. I don't know what it was.
It's a recon plane. He's just scouting for the...
Ah, wow. Man, those Grenadiers can't retreat. They're stuck there. There they go.
Stuck in a crater.
Like an explosion happens in front of them, they're like, oh wait, I don't want to do that.
Yeah. We can see on the right side of the map, there's the Stugs are pushing up there, the level 3 Stugs are pushing up. But they're met with paratroopers over here. We have a bunch of pioneers fighting paratroopers.
Interesting. We've also got, for some reason, a strat point that's been OP'd. Look at this. The frickin' stakes that were in the ground that were holding this stuff up just uprooted because the Stugs are like, eh.
Oh, Calliope.
First Calliope barrage on the left. Also by that Calliope is a howitzer right next to it, which was what that double... someone did an off-map and an on-map howitzer on the left
Yeah, that's
side.
what I saw. They tried to force him to retreat into the howitzer. And yay, traffic jam! Yeah, this is Colonel 6 here. We've got a problem. Two Panthers have backed over a tree, and they're stuck in the middle of the road, so it's going to be a while. You're going to want to take the 384 around up the middle into the Allies' base. Yeah.
Well, there is an AT gun next to that forward HQ by the right side of the map where all the Stugs and the level 3 Tiger is. It's just sitting there, not even positioned correctly. I think some
Allied
really,
AT gun? I don't even see it.
There's an Allied AT gun on the ledge next to the Stugs that could be shooting the entire time. But definitely that massive rifleman in the center was pretty much a horrible idea. They walked right into the MG and then a firestorm. That could have been enough capping power to maybe put them back into this game. But this is just kind of cleanup right now.
Yeah. On the right side, we have more Stugs and more Tigers reinforcing that frontal element over there. And the Tiger Ace leading the charge on the left side.
Upgun Sherman. Let's see what kind of damage it does against the infantry here. That was a lowered modifier.
Right, so it doesn't do as much to infantry. But it still keeps its effectiveness.
And they're actually pinned by the machine gun on top, and plus the machine gun up here, rather.
Right, in order for me to balance the fact that the Sherman could also fight against infantry, it was lower the cost.
But look at this, it hasn't even killed one with its main gun at all. I mean, that's why I don't know about that. Oh no, you're kidding me!
For armor hits.
Here comes the Blitzkrieg at Sherman's toast. Oh, but there's a nice AT gun placement. Way back at the base is probably going to be able to do some decent damage against that Stug. Not in time. Calliope Barrage over here I'm looking at. Lots of devastation. Oh, Howitzer! On-map Howitzer. Is it going to be able to hit that Tiger? Nope, he's moving it. And it's gone. And though it obliterated the Pioneers, though.
Oh yeah, they went flying.
Ooh, here's a Pershing. Pershing is now going to be able to probably take out the Panzer IV before the Tiger can get back in this game.
Let's hope so. But it seems like the left team was able to hold their position a little bit better than the right team.
Right.
Definitely throughout the game.
Firestorm is coming down on the right side. Cleaned up a lot of the infantry there.
Yeah, look at this Tiger destroying stuff now. Does the Tiger... I mean, here's a question. Do you think the Tiger can kill buildings faster than a Sta? I think it kills about as fast as a Sta. No, even less, I think.
No, it's less.
Wow.
It's less.
Sta kills buildings faster than a Tiger. That's kind of crazy. Here, watch the Sta. Never mind, it didn't even get a chance to shoot.
As you notice that the Tiger Ace is shooting at this Persian right now. It's actually bouncing off some of the armor because of the veterancy. But if that was a vanilla Persian, the Tiger would be landing every shot. But right now it isn't.
Oh man, that Pershing's in big trouble.
We have a harassment coming from
Allied War Machine. Perfect.
Nice. Oh no, Calliope there too! Wow, look at that! Nice timing! Almost killed all of those stormtroopers and grenadiers and such.
Right, definitely very nice.
Oh, but now the Calliope's like, where do I go?
And it's just being surrounded by Panthers and led by the Tiger Ace. 3-star Panthers with the Tiger Ace.
Yeah, I think if they would have harassed earlier like they're doing now with the Paras behind the lines, that really could have given them a slight resource advantage and maybe kept them in this game once they lost
this is ridiculous.
the center.
Yeah. Man, the guy with the Ranger...
That Tiger Ace is just not losing anything right now.
Yeah, well, the Rangers just need to fire up and go behind the Tigers instead of trying to shoot in the front. That's not going to do anything.
They're doing teeny bits of damage, but certainly not enough. There's a shot in the back.
They're just getting...
Again, the fire up, though, makes you more vulnerable to damage, which is one of the reasons... Oh! They all clustered. Uh-oh. Uh-oh! That wasn't the best place to put it, I don't think. Oh, but a Panther's backing up into what may be a hit. No, not quite. But the Tiger Ace might get hit. No. Yeah, see, I mean, even for the slow-ass Tiger, it can get out of there before, 2 shots fall, and the Howitzer are just so slow. It's kind of ridiculous. We've lost 2 HQs on the right, and the left side is falling. Blitzkrieg Tigers and triple veterancy Stugs over here.
Oh yeah, they're just cleaning up over here.
Oh, there goes the Calliope! Pretty much doing nothing against triple veterancy tanks.
Yeah.
Congratulations, you've wounded a Stug. Oh, actually, the damage engine, the Tiger, too, somehow.
Looks like we got a V1 on the HQ on the left side.
Ha!
On the HQ.
Did you guys fix that audio file that someone was talking about? That it was kind of buggy?
We're probably going to have...
No, I don't even see it. Where'd it go? Where'd it drop?
1.09. Land on the HQ on the left side of the map.
I don't think it did. You mean the right side?
Yeah, I did. The left
No,
side,
the
the HQ on the
didn't
left,
pay attention.
where all those Stugs and Tigers are.
I was looking at that. It never landed.
Yeah, it did.
No, it
Did it?
didn't.
Okay.
Not the very far HQ, the one to the right of it that's kind of on fire and doesn't have any
No,
walls
I
to
was
it
staring
anymore.
at that the entire time. It never landed there. I didn't even hear
Well-
the noise.
2 against 1.
You can look at the frickin' replay, because it didn't land there.
Oh, okay, I saw it with my own eyes.
Okay, we're gonna look at. I mean, the listeners are going, no, he was looking at it the whole time. You're an idiot. So if you saw the V1 land, then you can post that Bridger's an idiot in the comments of the show. But if you didn't see it land, then
Well,
Vittensby's an idiot.
check
Okay?
out that off map. Someone called in off map and reinforcement. They got 2 Rangers and an M10 over there on the left side.
Oh yeah,
Yep, and it's shooting down that the Tiger right now.
the Panzer IV.
Yep, Panzer IV.
Oh no, oh, can we get a last hit, dude? Nice. The bazooka actually did something to a Panzer IV. Yay!
No, he has that Tiger Ace to worry
Now,
about.
why did he fire up and stand still? Hurry up and wait! But the Tiger Ace is about to obliterate everything. Oh, man. The Tiger Ace is sexy. I don't know. I think that's borderline overpowered. I haven't played it enough, but I don't know. Gonna have to see. But that's what the battle test is for, right? It's for testing
Oh,
things
yeah,
out and seeing
definitely.
what things are, and so...
If it, yep. If it's, did you see that firestorm? I don't know when the guy casted it, but it finally landed. Maybe the guy just cast it too slow. I don't know.
We got one last machine gun nest here, I think, to round out the game. Unless I've missed something. Or no, they must have to destroy the HQs as well. So, I don't know. I don't know. It just seems to me like the Shermans were absolutely worthless this game because of it's still sort of part of the problem from 1.5 is Panzerschrecks are just so powerful now. And especially when you have them cloaked on grenadiers, or not grenadiers, stormtroopers, they can never see it coming. And when you add in the buffs that you've made to the Axis AT gun and the nerfs that you gave to the Sherman when it's upgraded, I don't know. I mean, I'm really worried about that as far as the balance in this version is. I don't play a lot of Allies, so I can't really comment on it, but maybe other people will be talking about it soon. Or maybe I just suck, and maybe that's just why.
Well, if you're using this replay as an example, the main thing you have to keep in mind is the limited amount of fuel, and Shermans are almost twice as much fuel as Stugs are, so there you have it right there.
And you also have to keep in mind how in this 4 vs 4 there's tons of resources, and what happened here is just Allies just couldn't take the advantage and couldn't push enough and let Axis reach a critical mass with the veteran C tanks. So 4 vs 4 is a lot different than 1 vs 1.
That's true.
But, yeah.
Also, we just saw the Panther has heavy crush in the battle test mod, which allowed it to crush through those hedgerows, which I think was a good change. Oh man, the guy had repaired his HQ. That bastard.
Now we get to see get to see it pounded by the combined might.
Quick,
of all
somebody
the
call in a
Axis tanks.
V1.
Yeah, maybe we can get a V1 in here for Bridger because he missed it.
No, I didn't miss it. It didn't fall where you guys said it fell. Okay? That's all
No,
there is to it.
You
Yep,
totally
that's it.
missed it. We were both looking at it. It was the HQ, the second from the left. And that's the end of story right there.
Bah! I was staring at it the whole time. I never heard it. Never saw it. It didn't happen. Therefore. Look at all those tanks. Massive amounts of Axis tanks. Anyway, Battletest mod. Go and get it at gamereplays.org/COH. Click on the forums button on the bottom forum. It should be the modding and world builder forum. There's a Battletest sub forum. That's the place you're going to get it. Hero, thank you for coming on, sir.
No problem.
All right. Any final comments from you guys?
No. I think it was well played by the Axis. Better teamwork than the Allies. Allies had a better opener, and they just couldn't take advantage of the resources that they secured early on, and not enough harassment as well behind the lines.
Yeah, maybe maybe if the Allies sent in a faster half track, pushed back a lot of the infantry on the left side of the field, and then allow Allies to take advantage of those fuel posts over there and get out some quicker tanks, maybe that would have changed the map, changed the outcome on this map.
Alrighty, so there's the Battletest mod demonstrated for you. Also, don't forget to check out our other video replay review this week, Nystrom and Anaketos, as well as our show this week where we discussed all the latest news, including the COH model exporter, the new server-side patch for COH and what it does in Relic Online, including a sort of anti-smurfing / pro-smurfing disadvantage. It's good for you. Go check it out about the show. And then Battletest we also discussed. Awesome. That means it's the end of the show. Thank you guys for tuning in. Send your feedback, questions, comments for the Q&A segment. Also your replays for the video replay review. Next week we're going to be taking a new player sort of replay review. We're going to take one of our viewer-submitted replay reviews and sort of discuss, okay, here's what you're doing right, here's what you're doing wrong. It won't be a super awesome Anaketos versus Nystrom or Heroic Company versus German Supreme, but we will see what not to do. Here on the Team Sportscast Network, we call the shots.
TSN, the Team Sportscast Network.
This broadcast is copyrighted 2006 by the Team Sportscast Network. Any copying, reproduction, redistribution, modification, rebroadcasting of any kind or any manner is expressly prohibited without the written permission of the Team Sportscast Network, LLC.